Hi, how are you? Oops, I don't know. Doot. I am trying to get, oh, there we go. All right. So trying to get my video up and running for for Instagram. So, hi guys. So tonight, want to talk to you guys about awesome patients, awesome results, and awesome products. So I love doing holistic health. I've been a family nurse practitioner since 2017. I was a cardiac ICU nurse for 14 years. And quite honestly, I have not found anything that is quite as effective as quantum nutrition testing and muscle testing. It is pretty freaking amazing. And we're just getting some wonderful results. And I kind of wanted to share this with you guys because, maybe you guys are having some similar symptoms, or maybe you know somebody who is suffering and they've gone through all the medical testing, they've gone, all the doctors, and they still don't feel 100%. They're on a whole bunch of medications, and yeah, they might be coping, but who wants to just cope? Who wants to just survive? Don't you want to thrive? Don't you want to feel the best that you possibly can feel? So, and quite honestly, do you think that your medications are really getting to the root cause of why you have your symptoms? So, for instance, now I was actually impressed with this. I was actually blown away by this. I had a young woman. She came in to see me and was having vaginal bleeding for over 2 months, 2 months nonstop, and nothing was helping. And finally, she makes an appointment with me. I get her on, so I muscle test her and come out to find that she's got parasites and she's loaded with Lyme co-infection. And quite honestly, this is actually about the third person that I've seen with uncontrolled in a fairly short period of time that I've seen with uncontrolled vaginal bleeding, and they've tested for Lyme in their uterus with extreme heavy bleeding and really, really long periods, or not being able to stop at all. And they've tested for Lyme. And I was so impressed. And so I had a follow-up appointment with her in 1 week, not expecting her to the results that she had. And she was so excited. She was beaming from ear to ear during our virtual appointment with today. And I was so elated. It warms my heart to see this. And she her vaginal bleeding stopped. Literally, she said it slowed down the following day and it was gone within 2 days from starting on the supplements. I'm like, "Really? I wasn't even expecting that. That is freaking amazing." And she apparently also passed a parasite very quickly. I'm like, "That is awesome." But, yeah, so I was really, really excited about that. Um, and then just some other things, we had, a grandmother, um, who took charge of her granddaughter's health, and her granddaughter had gotten jabbed several times, for school things, or for, to get a referral, from the doctor or whatever, and started displaying autistic like behaviors after being jabbed within a couple days. And the grandmother was more on the holistic side, and contacted me fairly quickly within like a short period of time, like maybe within a month or so after all this happened. And about 3 months into it, her behavior started improving. She was getting, the teachers were noticing better, focus and better attention and less emotional outbursts, and she was able to calm down at home and things like that. These are amazing things, and it's not me that's doing it, it's just the techniques that I've learned, and it's the companies. The companies that I use are freaking amazing. I've never seen something work so well before in my entire life. I use Cellcore. I love Cellcore. Cellcore is amazing for getting rid of mold, Lyme, parasites. Oftentimes I use it in combination with a company called Systemic Formulas. I love combining, and it's whatever the person tests for, which is amazing because it's specifically designed for that person. So I don't do protocols because protocols lumps you into one like everybody into one category. That means everybody's going to needs the same type of supplements, the same amount of supplements to handle their problems. And that's just not the case. You are completely different than your brother, your mom, your sister. So your body does not need maybe exactly what your neighbor needs or your mom needs or your sister needs or whatever it is. So you have your own unique body and you might want something completely different. Or maybe even you do test for the same supplements, but you might want different doses. So it gets completely individualized. And I think that's partly what makes this so unique and so wonderful. I mean, headaches, joint pain, migraine, you know, it's unbelievable. I patients with really bad IBS. I mean, do you know how severe like colitis and how bad that can feel and how painful colitis and like even heartburn and stuff like that? That's pretty scary. A lot of people actually, sometimes think that they're actually having a heart attack because it's heartburn, and it's actually from the from the gut. It has nothing to do with, but it goes right up into your chest and you feel like you're having a heart attack because it's so painful. Can you imagine really getting to the root cause of that and not having it again? What would that be like for your life? These are amazing things. And like I said, I love getting to the root cause. So, and helping people get rid of toxins. And I love to see people's faces when they start passing parasites out. It's quite fun. I don't know who's more shocked, you know, when because I still get shocked every single time. Because I think it's cool, but I love seeing the patients. I think they believe me, when I tell them that they got parasites, but when they actually start passing them and pooping them out or blowing them out of their nose or wherever these parasites are coming out of, when they actually start seeing it, I love seeing the face because it just kind of confirms what I've already been telling people. And then the face is actually absolutely priceless. Um, and you can take a look at my Facebook page, even my Instagram page, and some of the photos because I have posted pictures. Every single month, we do the biggest parasite challenge. And whoever poops out the biggest worm or passes the biggest worm, like by blowing it out or whatever orifice yes, it can come out multiple orifices. Um, whoever passes the biggest worm gets a prize at the end of the month in my office, as long as they send me a picture of it because I like to post them on Facebook and Instagram. And I don't, turn around and divulge the patient's name unless they want me to. But I will tell the story so that way people understand that your symptoms are likely from parasites. And quite honestly, if you have a pulse, you have a parasite. And so some of the best companies to get, like I said, get rid of parasites is Cellcore and Systemic Formulas. I love Standard Process is one of the big ones for giving nutritional support back to the body. It's amazing. So these are just some of the companies. I love Energetics. Energetics is really, really good for drainage and things like that. So really good, some good company lines. And then some of them are really good for kiddos too. So, and really helps kids get rid of toxins and parasites and things like that. So, and they're very easy for kids. And yes, we do see infants and young kids too. Um, and one of my toddler patients, um, mom had brought well, actually, no, with this was virtual. Patient was virtually muscle testing for strep throat, and mom brought patient in to the doctor to verify, yes, the patient, the toddler had strep throat, and mom did not want to give antibiotics. I said, okay, strep throat is not something that, to play around with. Let's just make sure, I want to, do another follow up in a couple days. So, muscle tested the kid for a whole bunch of different liquid herbal tinctures, and mom started giving it to him, as whatever the kid tested for and how much the kid tested for. And within a couple days, I checked in and the fever was gone and kid was able to swallow. So kid was feeling a lot better. And so she goes, well, I do have a follow-up appointment in a week with the pediatrician. I said, absolutely, bring him in because we're doing virtual appointments. Bring him in to his pediatrician and have her do another swab to make sure that it was gone. Well, he was doing so much better. Mom brought patient in within a week, and the pediatrician did the swab for the strep throat. No more strep throat. Didn't need antibiotics. We didn't have to worry about screwing up his gut microbiome or anything like that. What made it really, I think, successful is mom didn't wait. The moment that, her son started not feeling good is when she made an appointment. So, and I think that's really the key, for a lot of these herbs to work the best is you don't wait till it gets super, super bad. Can it work when it's super, super bad? Yes, it just takes longer. And I think that's what Western medicine is kind of like waited, they've done things like, "Oh, it's just the sniffles here and there. Don't worry about it." Or it's just minor symptoms or whatever, and only come in to see us when it gets really, really bad. So we've kind of, I what's the word I'm looking for? We've made it seem like, the symptoms that we're displaying are so minor that we don't need to address it. When actually, when any symptom that you have is like your check engine light going off. And if you wait too long to do something about it, that's when you kind of like start having car problems and car issues and things like that. You know, um, so you don't want to wait for symptoms to get really bad, which Western medicine has taught us. Like, oh, if it's just minor, it's nothing. No, just the opposite. Just the opposite. It means that something is brewing, whether it's acute illness or chronic things. That minor aches and pains that you have, those minor allergies that you have, those minor headaches, those once in a while headaches. I get a couple headaches, once or twice a month. It's no big deal. No, not really. That is like your check engine light going off, guys. And so what do you want to do? Do you really want to wait till your symptoms become so frequent and so severe that you now have to take a whole bunch of pills? That's what Western medicine has trained us to do. Rather than handling it now when it's minor. Because guess what? You need a lot less supplements from me when things are minor than when things are on full rage. And now you have a full blown disease going on. And then it's going to take me twice as long, three times as long to get you over that as if you came in when you had those minor symptoms. Just saying. So, and if people actually did cleanses on a routine basis, even if they didn't have symptoms, you'd prevent a lot of symptoms from occurring in the first place. So, and that's what I love about, a lot of my patients are starting to become like that. I actually just had an awesome patient. He has some minor symptoms and he started because he goes, I don't want to wait till it gets really bad. I want to do a full program with you and make sure that we take care of this before it becomes full blown. I'm like, freaking amazing. That is awesome because that is being proactive rather than being reactive. We've become such a reactive society where we wait till we're feeling really, really bad before we do something about it. Sometimes I go to these like holistic vendor events, to just try to educate people. And people go, "Oh, I feel really good. I don't need this." Or I feel really good. I don't need this. That's great. And guess what? Oops. Sorry. I'm on my phone uh for Instagram, and I had a phone call come in. So sorry about that. But anyway, so some people, like I said, I go to these vendor events and trying to educate people, and they say they feel really great, which is awesome. But they still need to do a parasite cleanse and a heavy metal cleanse to keep their car running smoothly, to keep their bodies running smoothly. So you don't wait for, you know, your car to break down and for smoke to come out of your engine for you to finally go, "Oh, maybe I should have got my oil change." You just automatically get your oil change every 3 months, or I guess new cars are like some of the new cars are like every 5 months now, but roughly about every 3 months. You just automatically do it to keep it running smoothly. So whether you have symptoms or not, you should be doing the same thing for your body. So, and I love, and some of my patients are becoming more like that, and that is freaking awesome and amazing. So this is how we get to prevent illnesses from even starting. So, just food for thought. It's a quick one tonight. If you want any questions, or if you have any questions on, if you have any questions on what we do, if you're wondering if we can help you, chances are we can, but you are more than welcome to give us a call. You can call us and schedule your 10-minute free discovery phone call. You call the office, you get a free 10-minute session with me. We can discuss, what's going on with you, what this entails, and if it's a good fit, then we can schedule you for a consultation. But you get a free 10-minute discovery phone call. So find out what this is all about. See, what we do, how we can possibly help you, and you get to learn more about muscle testing and quantum nutrition testing. Let's get to the root cause of why you have your symptoms in the first place, and let's help you heal naturally. Give us a call, 708-554-6730. Have a wonderful night, guys.